Good morning, students. Agriculture in India, Cash Crop Part 2, Beverage Crops. Tea and coffee. Tea. Tea is the most important beverage crop of India. It is considered a stimulating yet cheap drink. Everyone like it. It is introduced in India in 1823 by the British Major Robert Bruce, and from that time it becomes a very popular drink in India. It is grown as a plantation crop. It is found in the areas of Assam and Darjeeling, mostly in that area, and in this area different varieties of tea is grown, like black tea, green tea, oolong tea. So these are the different types which is among this. Green tea and oolong tea is popular in China, Japan and Taiwan. Black tea, after drying, it is preferred in India, European countries and Western countries. So it is very popular drink of India. Climatic condition. Temperature. The ideal temperature for the growth of tea is 13 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is less than 10 degree or more than 35 degree, it is harmful for the crop. It grows in a alternative cool and warm waves are very important for the tea leaves. Rainfall, it is about 150 to 200 centimeter, but prolonged dry spell means if there is no rainfall or humidity, then it is harmful for the crop. High humidity, heavy dew and morning fog favor the rapid development of young leaves, means it helps in the growth of the small leaves. Soil. It grows in the well drained, deep, feasible loam with porous subsoil so that water can be absorbed easily. Stagnant water in its root is harmful. Hence, sandy loam are the best, so that it will just move away, it will be absorbed and go down. And it is also cultivated in a terrace farming so that water will not be stagnant near the roots, otherwise it is harmful for the crop. So it is always done on a terrace farming. Methods of. When the tea bushes are ready, it has already been given a good manure and fertilizer or oil cake and a green manure. Before harvesting, pruning has been done every time. Pruning is done for the two reasons. First, to stop the growth of the trees more than 40 centimeter so that the plucking of the tea leaves is easy. Second, it helps in the growth or growing new shoots bearing a soft leaves, means always there is a new leaves, that is a bud coming. So it helps in the growth of the tree and getting a new bud and the leaves easily from the bush. And picking up of the tea leaves is known as fine plucking. What they do, the finest tea is obtained from young shoots comprising two leaves and a bud, known as fine plucking. From this bud and two leaves, it has been collected by the ladies or by the women. Why by the women? Because it is a work of patience. Harvesting, that is plucking of tea leaves. After that, processing start. Processing first is withering. Withering is the tea leaves when green contain a lot of moisture. To remove this moisture, the leaves are spread over the racks to dry up. After that, rolling. Rolling gives a twist to the leaf. It breaks down the leaf and natural juice is exposed to the atmosphere for the fermentation. Now for the fermentation, just after the rolling, fermentation take place. So fermentation, that is on a special trays or a racks on which it has been put, so that during the process of fermentation the tannin in the tea is partially oxidized, so it gives color to the tea leaves. After that, it has been dried. For the drying, they use the conveyor belts, that like a oven in which temperature has been set up, on which it passes through and it curls down. Curling of the tea leaves take during the drying. After that, shorting has been done. For shorting, there are different sizes of messes are there through which they shift, and then they get the different sizes of tea leaves. And after that, according to the tea leaves, their taste, blending has been done, and after that, packing has been given to the tea leaves. CTC is there to look after the tea work. Now, areas. Area which is famous for tea cultivation is hilly areas of the northeast India and south India. In the northeast India, it is Assam hills. We have West Bengal, Darjeeling area and Brahmaputra valley. While in south India, we have few areas like the areas of Nilgiri, Cardamom, Palani and Annamalai hills in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka. Now next is coffee. Coffee is the second most important beverage crop of India after tea. It is mostly consumed in South India, and it has been introduced in India in 11th century by Babu Budan, and it was first grown in Babu Budan hills of Karnataka. It is grown as a plantation crop in India. There are different varieties of coffee: coffee arabica, coffee robusta, coffee liberica, and these coffees are shown and ripen in different period or during the year. Like coffee arabica ripens in October and November, coffee robusta in January and February, and it has been plucked. Plucking has been done, the berries has been done by hand. This is done 4 times in a year. Climatic condition for growth of coffee. Coffee requires high temperature between 15 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius all year round. It should require it should be protected from the direct sun rays. For this, it is shown in the shady areas or the shady trees, so that it can be protected from the direct sun rays and also from the hot dry winds. Rainfall, it requires 125 to 200 centimeter and should be well distributed throughout the year. Dry weather is necessary in the time of ripening. Methods of cultivation, it has been shown through the transplanting method. The seeds are prepared into the nurseries, and then when the saplings are ready, they are collected and then transplanted into the main garden under the shady trees. After that, harvesting has been done. Harvesting is plucking out by the hands, that the berries are there which has been plucked by the hands, not by machine. After plucking, processing is started, that is called the wet and dry method. Wet method means coffee beans are collected, then it has been washed under the water, so that whatever the extra things are present in it will wash away, and then it is dried. In the dry method, after collecting the beans or coffee berries, it is spread on the ground and shifting every day, so that it will dry in the direct sunlight. After drying it, then it is roasted. After roasting, it gives flavor to coffee, and sometimes people prefer the fresh roasted coffee, or there are instant coffee also. Areas, hilly areas near Nilgiris, like Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. It is mostly grown in southern India. I think this part is clear to you. Thank you.